How's it going, everyone? I'm here to review the Kevin Steen show with Chris Hero. Of course, Kevin Steen being WWE's newest signing. Before anyone asks any questions, or if anyone even cares why this video is a commentary style video instead of a DVD review, it's simply because I honestly do not have the DVD for this Kevin Steen show. I actually shamefully, saying this with shame by the way, watched this online. I didn't buy a DVD, I watched this online. Because I've been dying to see this one ever since it came out. A lot of pretty much Hero did a lot of shoots when he came out, when he got released, and when they came out, I want to see them all. But I'm a guy that wants to buy it on DVD to see it, but I couldn't wait anymore, so I started to watch it online. But I'm still gonna buy this on DVD one day down the line. Probably when the high spots of the sale, whatever. I'll probably pick it up. But I definitely will be picking up the DVD still. So in case anyone's gonna be like, "Oh, you're a hypocrite for telling me to buy a DVD, yet you watched it online for free," I will still buy the DVD. I recommend everyone else doing that as well. I don't endorse watching it online, even though I sound like a hypocrite for saying that. But yeah, it's just I'll get it down the line. Just right now, I can't get the DVD. I can afford it, but it's not my top priority things to spend money on right now. So that's the reason why I haven't bought it yet. But Kevin Steen show, Chris Hero, excellent. By far, I would honestly say this is easily one of my favorite ones. I'd probably say maybe top three that I've seen so far. I mean, I've only seen about 10 of them out of like the 20 that have been made. But this is definitely one of my favorite ones. I definitely enjoyed this one a lot. It was about 2 hours, so it wasn't very lengthy. But it got my fix in. Watching it, seeing Hero and Steen conversate, you can definitely tell how good of friends they are. And just the conversation smoothed so quickly. Like nothing was forced, nothing got awkward. There's no pauses between the two. It was an easy flowing conversation. It was a very easy Kevin Steen show to sit through. Highly recommend it. It was hilarious. I'd honestly say this Kevin Steen show probably had the best stories out of all of them that I've seen so far. Just hilarious story after hilarious story. It was just a very very fun episode to watch, and it was great. It was fun. It was entertaining. It was positive as well. There was really no negativity in this, even though like the first thing they started talking about in this Kevin Steen show was basically post life after getting released by WWE. And Hero even said that his release from WWE wasn't a negative by any means. Because he's still doing what he loves to do. He's still wrestling, so it's not like since he got released by WWE, he's done wrestling. So he's still doing what he loves. So it's not nothing's negative really about it. Like there's other things going on, like a tragedy. Is something like that change, like really affects someone's life, like if someone dies or whatever, like in your family. With this, you just gotta let go from a company that he still has a shot with. He even said Triple H told him that things are working out right now, but we'll revisit things down the road in the future, and we'll see what happens, and maybe we'll bring you back if we want. So it's not a okay, he's gone for everything. It's kind of like a he even said it's pretty much like a break. WWE said that basically needed a break from him. They weren't really using him or needing him for anything, so it's basically just taking a break from him right now, and they'll revisit things down the road. But like I said, it was very fun. The stories they were talking about, oh my god, they were hilarious, especially when Kevin Steen was bringing up Quebec wrestlers, because apparently they have the worst ring names. They're bringing that up, and they're just basically talking about stories, how some of the guys have the worst names, and they would go into stories about them, and they'd make fun of them. Like there's a tag team with Iceberg and Face of Death, and together they were the Faces of Death, which made no sense because Iceberg was not even incorporated in that name. They pretty much took one guy's name and added an S at the end of one of the words, so that made no sense to him. Had a hilarious story about how they used Kevin Steen. There was a little like church like basement area type of thing where it's just really like more like the poor people pretty much lived. Well, Generic was wrestling a show once, and there was a guy wrestling Face of Death. It was what was it? Sweet Pete. Sweet Pete was 16, and the guardrails were shitty, and apparently Sweet Pete kicked the guardrail and hit the guardrails next to Face of Death's baby, and he actually kicked the guardrail, and the guardrail hit the baby, and the baby flew. And you guys probably think I'm an asshole for laughing at that, but the way the story is told, it is absolutely hilarious. The baby was fine. The baby was not hurt by any means, so I don't think, oh, the baby got hit by a guardrail and flew. What an asshole for laughing. No, the story was hilarious, and the baby's fine, so there's no harm in it. But there's just a lot of funny stories being told in this, CCW. Basically, a Drake Younger story was told that Drake Younger is actually one of Chris Hero's first fans, so it was very interesting to hear. And, actually, Drake Younger was the reason why I almost said Chris Jericho, Chris Hero initially left CZW because, they had a shit main event with Nick Gage and Justice Payne, like a 4-minute main event. So they pretty much sent Drake Younger out there to get his ass whipped, and Justice Payne nearly killed Drake Younger, and it frustrated a hero seeing one of his friends get pretty much mutilated like that. He pretty much said, "No, fuck your company, I'm out of this place. If you guys want to treat my friends and treat your guys like this, fuck you guys, I'm out of here." So that was pretty much why Hero left CZW back then. But he talked about post WWE life, pretty much getting adjusted back to the indies. Getting the routine of selling his T-shirts at the events again. Just wrestling. Some of the guys he hasn't seen in a while. This is honestly highly entertaining. Honestly, like I said, this is one of my favorites. It had the best stories out of every Kevin Steen show I've seen so far, in my opinion. Easy to sit through. Just Hero and Steen conversation, smooth sailing, not a problem at all. Easily can watch this multiple times, to be perfectly honest. It was great. No problems at all. And that about does it for this review, guys. The fan questions were, they didn't really spend too much time on the fan questions, but, the fan questions were alright, I guess. It was, there was, like, some WWE ones and some random ones, like, thoughts on Wrestling Regal and, like, thoughts on how the Performance Center went. So, yeah, it was very insightful as well. He didn't bury anyone. He pretty much just flowed pretty much just spoke his mind about a few things. Chris Hero is the type of person to pretty much bury anyone. He just, he's a very positive and nice guy. So this is just definitely had a positive vibe to it. And it was definitely very easy to sit through and entertaining. I really enjoyed it, and I think you guys will as well. So I definitely recommend buying this, and it's fun stuff, guys. And thank you guys for watching this video. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.